should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Columbus Aviators. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
A part of why they came into this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen, escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Nifty move. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Houston's offense taking over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Allen
throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen being chased out left.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin to drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Allen now looks to throw. Out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now Allen.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen. There's Mooney. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
So many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
2nd and 6. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And for the second time this half, on comes a field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's get to Philadelphia. We check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Jamar Chase, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for our home team, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen locates Mooney on the out route. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far, as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Allen now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen going to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding. Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Aviators have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Well, now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And again, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They're really the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
The pass. Intercepted by the Texans.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now out comes Houston. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Allen.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Back to throw. Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Houston, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Columbus, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.